So just gonna start off with a small rant, I guess. Earlier this week I already recorded like the first 2 levels of the Lost Treasure quest. Then came the big bad 160 patch, and basically it made my scout build a lot worse than it was. The Scout's Fury got major penalties attached to it, so I had to, I normally don't complain, but I spend a lot of time looking for specific gear to basically enable me to blaze right through purgatory mode, and now I just have to make do with somewhat of a gimped setup. This bow I just bought from where it's actually a little bit better than the vicious bow of thunder I had earlier. This helm I mentioned earlier, worth also sold me this one. Gorget of the Huntress is the strength goes from -15 to -25, so I obviously got the short end of the straw with this one, but this is basically a temporary setup, and I just use it for the triple shot and knockback as well, of course. Blueprint I thought about using earlier. It has the faster seed recovery and ruin. The other properties, affixes, are not really important, but the mana cost can help with teleport. Like I said, the latest patch changed Scout's Fury a lot. You still have the character level penalty to AC. You no longer get any damage bonus or to hit bonus, and now you actually have a character level penalty into it. And the biggest thing is that you get a quarter level penalty to DFE. Earlier it was a quarter level bonus to DFE, so with a scout of level 48 or higher, that it effectively makes it a 24-point penalty in DFE, so that's a major change in that respect. With now the only thing you get with Fury is triple shot. So there's obviously, now you have to think carefully whether you want triple shot or not, as there's actually not that many items that have triple shot. Currently there's no rings or helms that have triple shot. The only armor is Wind Fury, and it's a plate corselet, so the highest base armor for the scout. So that's not available until late Purgatory. You know, you can find it in the last level of Purgatory, and then on late Doom mode. Then there's a bunch of bows that have it, as well as obviously Gorget of the Huntress, which I think now is a lot more relevant. You know, an item that actually has a use now, I think. Like I said, I think that you can make do without multi-shot. Especially if you have a fast attack speed, like I think for instance, if you have Widowmaker that has the fastest attack speed, you shoot so fast that, you know, it obviously makes a difference most of the time with melee attackers, and if you have knockback, you wanna be able to keep them away from you. So with the fastest attack speed, you're gonna be shooting arrows so fast that maybe you don't even need multi-shot. And then again, with the penalties of the new penalties of Fury, excuse me, they don't really, I mean, the Scout is a character that you just don't want to let melee attackers close to you anyway, so, you know, you can cast Fury against melee attackers. And use the single attack, and thus better DFE and AC against those ranged attackers. So in that sense, it may not be as big of a deal. Now, the quest here, like I said, I already recorded basically this first level and the second level as well earlier, but then the new patch came, I got cut off by the end of the second level, so I decided it's better to just start over. I can't guarantee that I'm not gonna die a bunch of times in the last two levels. It's a very hard quest, so I'm gonna save now and fetch some potions and do this quest level by level. So now I got enough potions. The first level here doesn't require as many potions as the second one. I might be able to not even use any in the first level. As you can see, if I stand still, I have mana regeneration. If I move, I have degeneration on both. On the next, the third and last level of this quest, it's the degeneration is more severe. So you're gonna need a big bunch of potions there, or a major amount of regeneration. So now the boars are a lot more difficult than those horns, with considering the charging monsters. As with the horns, they let out the very distinct roar, so you're gonna instantly hear that they are charging at you, whereas the boars are almost silent, in comparison. So you don't have that early warning of their charge attack. And obviously, when they charge at you and they hit, it does a lot of damage. And obviously the scout is a low health character and resists a low amount of damage, so she gets a major amount of damage dealt on her. So you want to be careful, especially here with life degeneration and mana degeneration, as you know, especially in the next level, the last level, you're basically working against the clock. you're gonna have a degeneration of life and health that you basically can't stop. So you're gonna have a stock of basically your full inventory of health potions and all mana potions, and you're gonna have to be as fast as possible clearing the level as you can get out of the level until everything has been killed. So that's an extra challenge, basically. Which is basically what this mod is all about. You know, you didn't have things like that in the original game. Basically, you could have had these, but this is just the mod is just the original game's data and everything that it had sort of extended by means of some creative coding, I guess. So this is basically what the mod and what you can do with the game, and why it is so cool and wonderful, and why we play the game and the mod. I mean, it's a it's a 17-year-old game, and it's still keeps us coming back. I mean, although personally I couldn't play the original game. Not anymore. I mean, there's nothing appealing to it. Compared to this mod. I mean, everything is so much different and so much better, of course. So quests like this are basically one of those things that define the modding of the game. It's just so much of coolness and awesomeness. You know, like I said, added content to such an old game that still keeps it sort of entertaining and keeps it having challenge to it, mostly because, you know, everyone who's played the original Diablo knows that, you know, there's at some point the game is just done. The replay value of the game is limited at best. You know, with the modding possibilities and what this mod has done to the game, it's just a lot more. I mean, like, I think I stated earlier in the playthrough that if you start from scratch and, you know, you find certain items, they are gonna be what define your character, you know, and they add to the replay value, basically. So if you go for the sort of how should I say it, non-perfected character, kind of, and this is basically a halfway in there, I think. Like I said, the last level is very difficult. I'm just gonna have a save game here and have a full inventory of health potions. So I hope that's enough. The start of the level is a little bit of a tough one. There's immediately a bunch of those golems on you. And they obviously hit kind of hard. And now there's further down, there's a big bunch of those frost bones and licks. So doesn't exactly start off easy, this level. And with limited amount of cover. It does get a little bit easier down the road, but like I said, you're working against the clock. As you can see, even if I stand still, I have a life and management. Well, my mana is basically, I don't have any in this level. So, you know, with the, as I don't use the use Fury, it's a little bit simpler. So I don't really need mana anyway. So I'd be happy to have life regeneration instead of mana regeneration. But you know, I didn't wanna yet farm new gear, as like I said, I spent quite a lot of time getting together this setup, and outside this level the mana regeneration obviously does come in handy. I do think that on Doom mode, this is probably gonna be a majorly tough quest. You know, if on her mode I could basically just walk right through, but I was over leveled there. Now I'm basically about equal level compared to the challenge and the monsters. But on Doom mode, it's obviously the toughest, and the mana and life degenerations are gonna be the highest, and in proportion you're not gonna have as much regeneration compared to here, because you know the stat progression of character compared to, you know, comparing Purgatory and Doom mode is not as, you don't get as much advancement in stats compared to what the penalties are going to be in this, you know, in this quest. The life and mana drain are going to be much more than what you can compensate for with your stats. If I'm making any sense right now. But you know, I'm looking forward to doing all these quests on Doom mode. It's one of the reasons why I came back to SP. These new quests. This is obviously, if you're gonna die, you don't want to die at the very end of the level. But I think I have enough potions to ensure safety. And you know, there's still a big bunch of them left, but I should be able to survive, I think. this should be it. No, not quite. There's a few of those golems left somewhere. But they should appear shortly, I think, and I hope. Well, I'm getting some weird lag here. Nice timing with just at the end of the quest and end of the run. Don't know yet what the next part is gonna be about, but I'm sure we'll see soon enough.